Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Johari Masandag, and my topic for today is all about the integration by parts. So first of all, what is integration by parts? Integration by parts is a technique used to integrate the product of two functions. It comes from the product rule for differentiation and is useful when straightforward integration is difficult. So the constant formula for the integration by parts is the integral of u dv is equal to uv minus the integral of v du. Kung saan, ang u natin is, ito yung function na nagiging madali kapag na-differentiate. Where ang v naman natin is, ito yung function na madali lang i-integrate. So, in order to use this formula, first thing to do is you have to choose your u and differentiate your u to find du and integrate dv to find v. So let's use this in an example. So now let's use this to example. So our example is, let's say, integral of x e raised to x dx. So now first you have to choose your u. So let's say let u be our x, and the derivatives of our u is dx, and the our dv is e raised to x dx, and while our v is the dx. So now, after we all find our u, du, dv, and the v, gamitin na natin itong ating formula. So, integral of our u, which is the x, and our dv is ex dx, is equal to our u, the x, and v, ex, minus the integral of v, ex, and du, which is dx. And do not forget the plus c, which is our constant. So that's it. It is very easy to use the integration by parts, especially in the mga algebraic functions like this one. So that would be all. Thank you, and I hope you understand.
Assalamualaikum, good day everyone. My name is Ben Abdulaziz Usman. My report today is all about the trigonometric integrals. So we're going to start the first. These are the basics integrals, trigonometric integrals. First one is sine. Integral of sine x dx is equal to negative cosine x plus c. So, huwag nyo pong kakalimutan, always, after ng pag-final natin ng answer is, always meron tayong c, which mean, ang ibig sabihin nito ay constant. Second one is, the integral of cosine x dx is equal to sine x plus c. Pangatlo naman ay second squared, ay integral of second squared x dx is equal to tan x plus c. Pang-apat ay ang integral of cosec squared x dx is equal to negative cot x plus c. Ang pang-lima natin dito ay ang integral of secant x tan x dx is equal to secant x plus c. Pang-anim dito, the last one is the cosec x cot x dx is equal to negative cosec x plus c. So now let's continue. about trigonometric integrals. So these are the example of integral, trigonometric integral. Integral of sine squared x dx. So, susubukan natin isolve. I-try itong ating problem. First step is using the power using. So, this one. Sine squared x is equal to 1 negative cosine 2x all over 2. So the integral becomes like this. Sine squared x dx is equal to integral of 1 negative cosine 2x all over 2 dx. Next step is the integrate term by term. Integral 1 negative cos 2x all over 2 dx is equal to 1 all over 2 integral of 1 dx negative 1 all over 2, then integral of cosine 2x dx is equal to, so going to divide it, this one multiplied is equal to 1 all over 2 x, this one, and negative 1 all over 2 times sine 2x all over 2 plus c. Next one is the final answer. We're going to the final answer. Final answer is integral sine squared x dx is equal to 1 all over 2 x negative 1 all over 2 sine 2x plus c. These are the final answer.
So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Jahid Sandigan. So, my topic is all about trigonometric substitution. Trigonometric substitution is a method used in integration to simplify integrals involving square root of expression like trigonometric substitution. We have three formulas. Square root. So first is number 1, which was the square root of a squared minus x squared. So number 2 equals to a squared square root of a squared plus x squared. So number 3 is square root of x squared minus a squared. So, use x. So, sa number 1, use x as equals a sin theta. So, sa number 2, use x as a tan theta. So, sa number 3, formula natin is use x as a second theta. So, next is yung formula natin is substitute natin siya. So, therefore, ang mangyayari dito is number 1, yung square root of a squared negative x squared. So, ang mangyayari dito is, so kanina na-substitute na natin yung x. So, ang mangyayari dito is square root of a squared minus a sin squared theta. So, ang nito is equals to a cosine theta. So, sa number 2, ang mangyayari is substitute naman natin siya. So, ang mangyayari sa formula number 2 is a squared plus x squared. So, therefore, is equals to square root of a squared plus a squared. A squared plus a squared tan a squared sin squared theta. Sin squared theta. Ganyan. Equal a cosine theta. A cosine theta. So, sa number 3 naman, ang mangyari, square root of x squared minus a squared. So, therefore, square root of, ano yung x natin kanina? Magiging a squared second squared theta. A squared second squared theta. Theta minus a squared. Ganyan. Then, equal a tan theta. A secant tan. So, we have example. So, example dito is integral of dx all over square root of 4 minus x squared. So, first step natin dito is recognize as square root of a squared minus x squared with a is equals 2. So, therefore, yung x natin, substitute natin itong x. So, mangyari dito is x is equals to 2 sin theta. Then, yung dx natin is ito, magiging dx is equals 2 cosine theta d theta. So, i-substitute natin siya into integral. So, mangyari, integral of 2 cosine theta all over square root of 4 minus 4 sine squared theta d theta equal integral of 2 cos theta all over 2 cos theta d theta equal integral of d theta is equals to theta plus c. So therefore, mag-back substitute naman tayo. So ang theta natin is magiging theta arc theta is equals to arc sine r ax all over 2. Therefore, ang final answer natin dito ay maging integral of dx all over square root of 4 minus x squared equal arc sine x all over 2 plus c. So that's it.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I am Dr. Abdul Miss Gawad Abidin from BSc 2C. So the assigned topic for me is rational function. So rational function is a function that can be expressed as the two ratio of two polynomials. So here we have f of x is equals to p of x all over q of x. So here p of x and q of x are polynomials, and q of x is not equals to 0. So the domain of f of x includes all real numbers except those that makes q of x equals to 0, as division by 0 is undefined. So next, let us set up partial fractions. Express r of x all over q of x as a sum of fractions corresponding to each factor. So for each linear factor, x minus a is a all over x minus a. For each repeated linear factors, x minus a to the power of n, let's use a 1 all over x minus a plus a 2 all over x minus a squared until x ay a n all over x minus a to the power of n. So for each irreducible quadratic factors, x squared plus bx plus c, let's use bx plus c all over x squared plus bx plus c. So for the last one, which is repeated irreducible quadratic factor, x squared plus bx plus c to the power of n, let's use b1 x plus c1 all over x squared plus bx plus c plus until b of nx plus c of n all over x squared plus bx plus c to the power of n. So the next step is determining constants. So for this formulas, multiply both sides by q of x to eliminate denominators like this, and solve for the unknown constant by first substituting suitable values of x to simplify equations. And next is equating coefficients of corresponding powers of x like this, on both sides. So the last step in rational function is integrate each term. So for this, once the decomposition of factors is complete, integrate each term separately using standard integration techniques. So for the next, let's use an example to make it more understandable. So this is the sample for rational function. Integral of 3x all over x squared minus x minus 2 dx. So first, factor the denominator. So x squared minus x minus 2 is equals to x minus 2 and x plus 1. So next, let's set up the partial fractions. So the next step is set up partial fractions. So 3x all over x minus 2 x plus 1 is equals to a all over x minus 2 plus b x plus 1. So here, let's proceed to step 3. By determining the constants. So, multiply both sides by x, multiply both sides by x minus 2 and x plus 1. So the answer will be 3x is equals to a x plus 1 plus b x minus 2. So expand and simplify. 3x is equals to a x plus a plus b x minus 2b is equals to a plus b of x plus a minus 2b. So, equating coefficients. So, for coefficient of x, coefficient of x, a plus b is equals to 3. So, for the constant term, a minus 2b is equals to 0. So, solving the system. Minus b minus 2b is equals to 0 into 3 minus 3b is equals to 0 and b is equals to 1. Then a equals to 3 minus 1 is equals to 2. So, for the last term, so integrate each term. So, integral of integral of 3x all over x squared minus x minus 2 dx integral is equals to integral of 2 all over x minus 2 plus 1 all over x plus 1. So this is the final answer in integrating the rational function. So that's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Soneri Kusay from BSc Tusa. So this is my topic. So in this video, we talk about another method of integration called rationalizing substitution. So this is useful when integrants is a fraction with radicals. So radicals is rationalizing substitution. So this fraction with radicals, why it's called rationalizing substitution, but since it only involves algebraic expression. So algebraic expression, sometimes it is called algebraic substitution. So instead of rationalizing substitution, it's otherwise called algebraic substitution. So algebraic substitution, there are many cases wherein we can use rationalizing substitution, but for our discussion, we'll be talking about two cases. So number one cases is case number one. And square root of x. Case number 2. So and square root of a x plus b. So for case number 1, dito natin magagamit yung sinasabing let u. So we need to let u. Ang u natin is n square root of x. So ang n dito ay hindi magkapareha sa n sa given. Ito po siya. Hindi sila magkapareha. Dahil n dyan is more than 1 and square root of x in the given. So n here should be the LCD of all fraction exponents. So also in the case number 2 is n square root of ax plus b. So dito gagamitan din po natin ng let u.
So, Assalamualaikum. My name is Abdul Mohamed Zilsan Saluna from BSc UC. So, for this video, we are going to solve an example using the method of integration called rationalizing substitution or algebraic substitution. So, here we go. We are solving the problem number 1. So, this is the example number 1 in this topic. We have dx over x plus square root of x. So this is example number 1. We are going to evaluate the integral of dx over x plus square root of x. So in our exponent or denominator, here we see the form square root of x. So this belongs to the case number 1. For case number 1, that is an root of x. So if we had an root of x, we let u be equal what is the index here, so there's no radical. So this is the case number 1. So dx is, so So dx is equals to 2u du over u 2 plus u. So we put the constant 2 outside, so we have 2 u du over u plus 1. And for the denominator, we factor out the leaving u plus 1. We can cancel on u. So that leaves 2 du over u plus 1. So this is already integrable. So integrating that is 2 ln u plus 1 plus c. But u is equal to square root of 2 ln x plus 1. So this is the final answer. Plus 1.